welcome back to my channel. My name is meribahMUA. Today I am doing a tutorial with the Subculture palette. You can see I created kind of a cut crease Cleopatra inspired look. I will talk about my thoughts at the end of the video, so if you just want to know what I thought about this, go ahead and skip to the end, but if you want to see this tutorial and how I created it, then keep on watching. Also, don't forget to follow me on social media at meribahMUA and give this video a thumbs up, and please don't forget to subscribe to my channel. I would love to have you. And yeah, comment down below if you have any questions, comments, yada yada yada. Let's get started. So I've already prepped my eyelids with the MAC paint pot in soft ochre, and I did start the eye look on this side already, so I'm going to zoom you in, and that way we can finish this eye look and you can see how I did this. So for all over the lid, I did use the Mercier translucent powder because in the Subculture palette there isn't like an all over light color. The lightest color is Dawn, which still has kind of an orange tint on my skin because I'm fair skinned, so that did not work. The first shade that I'm using in my crease is the shade Dawn. Again, I'm just using this in my crease because it will not work as an all over color. And I'm using this blending brush from Spectrum. Just blending this into my crease. Into the corner. And dusting it out towards my eyebrow. And this is the brush that I used. Next, with a very small eyebrow brush, we are going into the shade All Star. And I'm just very gently like patting the tip of the brush in and then dusting it off and tilting my head up. I am carving out my crease here. Back in with that shade and go over this a few times until we get it very dark. You just want to keep building this until you get it really in depth. We do want to soften the edge, so I'm using this BH Cosmetics concealer brush, and I'm just taking this and I'm just gonna blur this out. Then going back in with this eyebrow pencil or eyebrow brush, and I'm just going to deepen this up a little bit more. Okay, once you have that line nice and diffused, as you can see, it like diffuses very easily into the eyelid. Then we're going to go back in with this copper shade, this shade Adorn, and we are taking a flat BH Cosmetics brush here, and we are spraying this with MAC Fix Plus spray, and we are carving this out. To avoid some fallout and kind of have like a guideline, I'm going to go ahead and put a shadow shield on the other side. gonna take the shade all the way over. So now we're taking this very small spectrum liner brush. This is A09, and we are going to dip into this blue shade Access. And looking down, I'm just gonna create a line underneath the purple. This light green shade, Untamed, I'm going to pop that into the corner of my eye. And I'm just going to bring this up a little over the lid. This BH Cosmetics brush, I'm just gonna buff this out and kind of blend it a little more. Going back in with the burgundy color All Star, I'm just gonna deepen up those colors where they meet. With the shade New Wave, which is this pretty orangey yellow shade, I am going to put some of that color in the corner here over this bronze. Now I'm going to do winged eyeliner. Alright, so I just did my eyeliner and I'm waiting for my lashes to dry here. But I just want to say that trying to do my eyeliner over this eyeshadow was so freaking difficult. I tried using my Sephora eyeliner and it wouldn't go on at all, and then I went back and used this Kat Von D tattoo eyeliner, and I still feel like my eyeliner looks really patchy. And it was just really hard to put the eyeliner over this like bronzy shade, which was the shade Adorn, and I just feel like a shadow that won't take eyeliner isn't necessarily a good shadow, and I think a lot of people can vouch saying that the Kat Von D tattoo eyeliner is a good eyeliner, so I just don't understand why the eyeliner would not apply over the shadow. It was like just picking up the shadow instead of putting eyeliner on, so that was really frustrating. So I just wanted to warn you about that. If you're using this palette and you plan on using eyeliner, just be careful. Maybe use a gel eyeliner instead of a pen, and let me know how that worked for you. So for today's mascara, I am using the Too Faced Waterproof Mascara. For eyelashes today, I am using these really pretty eyelashes. I believe these are by Lily Lashes, or they might be by a different brand. I'm really not 100% sure. I wanted to do a very dramatic lash today because I just feel like this look is so dramatic and these colors are so different that it's just like you can't not have a dramatic lash with this. So I'm hoping that these lashes save this final look. I'm gonna go ahead and put on my foundation and the rest of my makeup. So I know this is just like an eyeshadow review, so I will be right back. P.S. Look at all of that fallout. That's the big problem with this palette in. Alright, so I just did my foundation and highlighter, concealer, everything. I just didn't want to focus on that in this video, so that's why I did not show you guys. But I do want to mention I am trying the new Estee, well it's not new, but the Estee Lauder Double Wear Stay in Place makeup. I'm obsessed with foundation, so I really wanted to try that today, see how I like it, and then I'll film with it. So now that we have everything in place as far as like foundation, I definitely want to go underneath my eyes and add some color, so I'm going to zoom you in. So for underneath the eye, I think I want to go like kind of with the same inspiration here with the colors that I chose, but I also feel like I should go a different direction and do something different. But I don't know, I think maybe we will just play it safe. So with this shade, the darkest purple shade in the corner, the shade Rowdy, I'm going to go ahead and take that underneath the waterline. I did get a little bit of fallout over here, which I will deal with. Using my color switch just to get off any powder. Next in the corner here, I'm going to take this light green shade, Destiny, and I'm going to pull that color down. I'm going to take this little smudger brush here, and I am going to tap into this shade New Wave, which is this like yellow orangey shade. So I do think I went a little too far down here, so I'm going to clean that up with a concealer brush. A blank brush here, I'm just going to buff out this under the lid even more. Then actually inside the waterline, I'm going to go ahead and pop that blue color in. So back in with that blue shade Access, I'm gonna just put this inside my waterline. If you have sensitive eyes, I would not try this. Next, I'm gonna take my mascara and pop that on the bottom lashes. For lipstick, I'm going to take this MAC lipstick in Naturally Transform. Alright you guys, so that completes the final look that I created today, and I only used the Anastasia Beverly Hills Subculture palette on my eyelids. My final thoughts on this palette is it does have a lot of fallout. However, if you really like these colors, then I would recommend this palette to you. Just, you know, use it sparingly. A little bit goes a long way, and you definitely have to have more technique with placement and, you know, patience with the shadows. but I do think that the look that I created is very beautiful. I am happy with it, but again, you do have to go in slower. You have to be more precise. You have to be patient with this palette. This isn't a palette that you can just quickly blend out and have a complete eye look in 10 to 15 minutes. You definitely have to work with this a lot more, and for more precise looks like a cut crease or creating dimension and blending, it is going to take you longer with this palette in comparison to like Modern Renaissance by Anastasia Beverly Hills. Also, I just want to quickly mention, as some other people are pointing out with this palette, if you have the Jeffree Star Androgyny palette, they are extremely similar. So this is what the Jeffree Star palette looks like. And watch me fucking drop those. This palette is so big. So, whoops. You can see side by side how similar these palettes are. A lot of the same, purpley, blues, green, taupe shade. So if you already have the Androgyny palette, maybe this palette isn't for you. Furthermore, if you already have the Venus palettes, these actually are pretty similar too. In the Venus one, you do get a lot of these like red tone shades, but you do have this shade that's like a lot like Mercury, and this deeper shade here that's like All-Star, and this darker shade would be like Fudge or Rowdy, or this one would be like Fudge, and this would be more like Rowdy. And then in the Venus 2 palette, you have this yellow shade, which is like Edge or New Wave. You have the shimmer shade here, which is like Electric. And then you have this orange shade, which is Roxy. And again, this deeper shade like Fudge. So, and there's a lighter blue shade in here, which is not in the Subculture palette. So just something to think about, before purchasing the Anastasia Beverly Hills Subculture palette. If you already have those other two palettes, maybe play around with those first. See if you see some comparison with what you already have before you spend money on this. This palette does retail for $42, which I think is pretty reasonable for the brand. However, there is a lot of fallout, which if you use this every day, you may use this palette really quickly and feel like you didn't get your money's worth. I think all the Anastasia Beverly Hills shadows have fallout, so that doesn't really bother me. Just the blendability, I wish it was a little bit better. I just found myself really having to work with the shadow, so that was kind of a disappointment. But it's just makeup and it's not a big deal. Life goes on. There'll be another palette release that everybody will be bitching about next week. So I am happy with the purchase. I'm not going to return it. It will go into my collection. And yeah. So if you guys have any questions or comments, don't forget to leave those down below. Go ahead and give this video a thumbs up. And you can follow me on social media at meribahMUA on Twitter, Instagram, Snapchat, and Facebook. And I appreciate your support. I hope you guys have a lovely day. Bye.